Hey folks, as you know, a few days ago there was a horrible, awful act of violence in Colorado. A mass shooting at a grocery store. 10 people lost their lives. Recently, a politician tweeted out their, of course, they tweeted their thoughts and prayers. But they also tweeted a line that I think bothers me even more than thoughts and prayers. They said, as we make sense of this senseless act. Now, when something happens in my life, whether it's something that's personal or something that happens in my community, and I try to make sense of it, it means that I'm trying to figure out what exactly happened. I want to know what happened. I want to know how it happened. I want to know why it happened. I want to know what happened that allowed it to happen. How did this all transpire? How did we get to this moment? I want to figure it out. I want to tear it apart. I want to dissect it. I want to explore it. I want to examine it. I want to research it. Because at the end of the day, I don't just want to know it. I want to know enough so that it doesn't happen again. I want to know enough so that it doesn't happen to me. I want to be safe from it. But I also want to know enough so that I may help my community avoid those types of things. Making sense of something to me means to do whatever I can to figure out exactly how we got here, so that I can apply it to life, so that I can apply it to the world, to make sure in whatever way I am capable that we never end up here again. Making sense of something to me is about making sure to the best of my ability, and I know we can't prevent everything from happening, but I can make sure to the best of my ability that it won't happen again. So when I hear a leader say something like, we want to make sense of this senseless act, my first assumption is they must want to make sure that nothing like this happens again. They want to tear it apart. They want to explore it. They want to examine it. They want to research it. They want to dissect it so that they can understand it, so that they can put in systems, policies, procedures, laws, and whatever else they can possibly put into the situation to make sure that nobody ever has to experience it again. Otherwise, these are just empty words that you tweet. These are just empty words that you tweet to make the Twitterverse think you care. Because if you truly cared, you'd do something about it. If you truly cared, you would do everything in your power to make sure this didn't happen again, including doing things that other people in your respective political party may not like. I was watching a video from a friend of mine, Bothered Boy, What's Bothering Me Today. And in that video, he mentioned something that I stumbled across in the news. That when that shooting took place in Colorado, it was the 7th day in a row there had been a mass shooting in the United States. if you're going to make sense of this senseless violence, I pray it's to do something about it. I pray that your words aren't empty. May the Lord bless you. May the Lord keep you. May the Lord's face be made to shine upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord's countenance be lifted up to you. May you always know the peace of being in the Lord's presence. And I pray that if you and I are ever in a situation where we can make sense of such a senseless act, that we would do something with the information we gather to make sure that nobody ever has to experience what so many families have had to experience because of these senseless acts. Amen.